Hey, we're ready for part 2 of Find the Vertex by completing the square. So, what's different about today's homework? Well, today, and today only, there's a number in front of the x squared. Oh me, oh my. What can we do? Well, we start off doing it the same way we started off yesterday. The y and the numbers have to be on one side, and then all the x's have to be on the other side. So let's do that. Subtract 251. Y minus 251 equals 4, let's leave a space for our blank, equals 4x plus 64 plus something we don't know, right? Now then, this is where we have to add another step. I have to do the one thing I didn't do the other day. Yesterday was I did not have to take out what was common. So if I take out what's common, looky here, I'm going to slide it right in here. Woo-hoo. I have to take out what's common before I can complete the square. This has to be done before this step. So step 1 is the same. Then I have to take out what's common here. So look, 4 and 64 are both divisible. They're both even numbers. In fact, they're both divisible by 4. I can take 4 out of both of those. So whenever it says take out what's common, you have to look at these numbers here. Just these two, not over here. We don't care about those. Just these two numbers right here. Is there anything common, anything you can divide into both of them? And yes, I can divide by 4. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have 4 on the outside. And then x squared plus, now I have to divide by 4. I divided by 4 here. That left me with this. If I divide by 4, I get that. And there we go. Now then, over here, nothing changed. Same old, 251 plus I don't know what. Okay? Now I need to find the number that goes here, and then just like before, we take half of the middle term. So half of this middle, not that one. You don't use this middle anymore. You use that middle. So half of that is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Now, here's another place that it's different. The thing that was common that you took out up here, right? You have to put it back in. Put back what's common. How do I do that? Well, in order to figure out what goes in this hole right here, you have to take this number and multiply it by that number. That's what goes in there. So 4 times 64 is 256. 256. Yes, sir. So what did I do? I took out the 4 up here, and then I had to put it back in before I could put my answer over there, right? So this times this gives me that number. That was different than yesterday. Okay, so I combine these right here. We know this is 251. 256 minus 251. That's 5. There we go. And then over here we have 4. And then remember, we have to factor this guy. The step is the same now. Just factor this guy. So the number that goes inside here is always what's half the middle. And then if I want it to look like this, look, I've got a number in front. Yesterday we just had a 1. Now we have 4 in front. So the correct answer when we're done, 4, I have to subtract the 5. right? So for x plus 8 squared minus 5. Now remember, that tells me what my vertex is. The vertex is always the opposite of this guy, negative 8, and exactly this guy, negative 5. Plus, remember, the number that's in front, we know that this number right here means that it's skinny. This guy is the skinniest little thing, right? This guy right here tells us that our parabola is very, very skinny, because this number here is bigger than 1. Yesterday's parabolas were all normal sized parabolas. This one is going to be very skinny because of that number right there. So if we graphed it, we would have to draw, let's see if we can draw something here that would make sense. We have to go way over here to negative 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 8, negative 5. There's that one. But it's a skinny dude, real skinny parabola. So it would look like this. In fact, remember this number right here is the y-intercept. So way up here at 251, right there, and at 251, that's where the y-intercept is, right? So the parabola goes just like that. Our job was to find the vertex, and we did it. Hallelujah. Let's do it again. Alrighty. Uno más. Ooh, let's do one with negatives. Why? Because we never did it before, right? I guess so. Negatives all the way through even. How about that? Okay, first step is always the same. Move the number over next to the y. So I'm going to do that. The number's over there next to the y. And look at me, I keep forgetting to leave my space for my blanks, right? So we're going to say plus blank equals negative 2x minus 12x plus blank. Alright, so remember that we need to take out what's common, because that's the step that we put in there in the middle. What's common? Negative 2. You divide by whatever number's in front. That's the number you have to divide by. So I'm going to divide by everything by negative 2. So negative 2 comes outside. And then I have x squared, right? X squared, negative 12 divided by negative 2. Negative divided by negative gives me positive. All right. Plus blank, there we go. Equals y plus 13 plus blank. All right. We're happy now. Remember that step was, to complete the square, it's always the same. Half of the middle squared. So 3 times 3 is 9. But remember right here, since we took out what's common, right, we have to put it back in before we can put the number on the other side. So I have to take this number and multiply it times this number before I can put it in there. Right? So 9 times negative 2. 9 times negative 2 is negative 18. So you have to look for that sign. Don't forget that sign. Don't lose that sign. That makes that negative 18 on that side. Hoorah! Well, now we can do what it says, factor and simplify. So here's my equal sign. Over here, if I add these together, what do I get? Minus 5, right? 13 minus 18 is negative 5. Over here, remember what goes inside here is always half the middle. There's no thinking involved. You just say, I know, half the middle. There we go. Now then, if I want to solve this problem to find the vertex, which is what I want to do, I have to add 5 to both sides. So y equals -2 x plus 3 and then plus 5. What's the vertex? You tell me. The opposite of this guy. Exactly that guy. Hoorah! Now then, remember the A number that we found right here. This A number right here, this A number, tells us whether it's wide or skinny. If it was a fraction, it would be wide. Since it's a whole number, it's going to be skinny, but it's a negative number. That means it's upside down, right? This guy is upside down. So if I was going to draw the picture for this one, I would have to go over here. Let's see if I can find it. -3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And -3, 5. That's the vertex. Now look where the y-intercept is. -13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right there. This guy, so if that's there, then there has to be another one right there, right? So this parabola looks like this. Woo! And it goes down forever. Right? I know where that is. That's the vertex. I know it's upside down because it's negative. And I know where the y-intercept is. Look, I can draw my picture. Right? This is what we need to be able to do. Find the vertex. Sketch the graph. You are ready for today's homework. Still on page 89. Have fun. Bye.